Dumelang fellow South Africans. Dumelang batho ba Gauteng. Dumelang actioners. I hope you can bear with me. I have a prepared speech, but listening to our fellow South Africans' life that they went through, I've decided to deviate from that and actually speak from my heart. And I'd like to apologize to my wife because normally when she sees me on national television, ever since I got into politics, she'd ask me, says, "My dear, why are you so angry? Now tell me, after listening to the stories and many more, thousands more, do you expect me to laugh about it? Do you expect me to be happy about it? I'm not in politics. I'm not in politics because I'm happy. I'm in politics because I'm angry. And I want South Africans to know that I'm angry. Immensely angry. You know, the last few minutes listening to these stories, starting from the Lily Mine, as you can see. Lily Mine. Our fellow South Africans went down a mine just over 9 years ago. Innocent South Africans, Pritin Kambule, Yvonne Nisi and Solomon Jirende, left home, going to work. Just after 8 o'clock, they disappeared. 9 years later, this government, including the NPA, are refusing to prosecute those responsible because a public inquiry was done, an inquest was done. They have actually discovered that that container did not collapse because it was an accident. Mine management and the owners of this mine received 2 reports from mine experts to inform them and warn them about their irresponsible mining. But today, we just carry on as South Africans as if things are normal. But to make matters worse, the family, seeing that this mine was continuing, decided, you know what, let us go and retrieve this container ourselves. After our own government, a government of the ANC with management, said to South Africans, said to us South Africans, that container cannot be retrieved. It took me and my colleagues in ActionSA to expose their lies, that they lied to the families, that the container cannot be retrieved. We have spent over 4 million rands in legal costs. The National Prosecuting Authority is in contempt of a court order after the inquest. A court judgment delivered in October 2023. We are now going for 2 years. They are refusing to prosecute. And I listened to our sister here. Cases of gender-based violence. Cases of murder. We're the murder capital of the world. Our own president went to the United States a few months ago to go and expose us that here in South Africa, we don't only kill farmers, we kill everybody. You remember that? Now you can imagine the impact of this. Now if you're an American or you're Australian or a British, can you come and visit this country on holiday? In a country where the president in front of the international media, he says, no, there's misinformation peddled that South Africa is committing crime. The president took his own group, even instructed by the US government, to have some people with them. That no, in South Africa, we don't just kill farmers, we kill everybody. And that is true. And at the same time, we have the National Prosecuting Authority that's not prepared to do anything. I listened to the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, of Tshwane. I'm sure you're aware I had an opportunity to be the mayor of the city of Johannesburg for 3 years. In the 3 years as the mayor, 35 billion rands of fraud and corruption cases, over 600 cases. Some of the cases as clear as daylight. Unfortunately, I brought these cases to the attention of Advocate Batohi herself. Even up to today, she was telling me as a mayor at the time that she does not have the resources. Now, if we are saying, and we agree with her, that we don't have money to prosecute known criminals, but we have money to spend over R1 billion on the Zondo Commission. Those documents are just lying there. Now, a few days ago, the president has now come out with another trick to delay justice for South Africans. He's prepared to spend over 700 million rands for us to talks about talks. Why can't this money then go to the NPA? Why can't money go to police stations? Are you aware majority of our police stations today, they don't have the tools of trade? I was in Devon on Sunday, where a criminal nearly murdered some of our colleagues. And you go to the police station, they don't have enough resources. And you look at the police station, you go into this police station, and I feel so terrible about these policemen and women, really prepared to work, really committed to their work. But you look at the police station itself, as you enter, you look at the environment, why our policemen and women cannot really do the job. Because we are not creating opportunities for them. But we have the deputy president of this country who can travel to Japan, spend 900,000 rands, 4 nights in a hotel. Honestly, it is unbelievable. I'm sure the Japanese must have taken advantage of this, because honestly, a hotel 4 nights, 900,000. Perhaps his bed was made of diamonds, gold. I don't know. They must have, him and the wife must have been fed not normal food. They must have given them diamonds to eat or something. Because tell me, how do you explain 900,000 rands for 4 nights in a hotel? In the meantime, look at how we are failing our people with justice. Now we as ActionSA, Athol and your team in Parliament, thank you so much for taking this matter up. We are fortunate as a political party, only 4 years old. We are now represented in all 3 spheres of our government. Our 6 members of Parliament, if you look at the performance of their work, when we send them to Parliament, we gave them marching orders. We said, guys, you're 6 of you, but we are sending the best in the country. Go and box as if you're 60. Today, I'm a proud South African, because these colleagues are not boxing as 60. They are boxing as if they are 120. Because they are the only ones holding this government accountable. This biggest cabinet on earth, in a country where 54% of our people today don't know where the next meal is going to come from. The only thing they focused on, international travel, are actually refusing to disclose where they went, what was the reason for their travel. I can give you an example. When I took over the city of Johannesburg in 2016, I discovered the city of Johannesburg, in their budget that we inherited, had 76 million rands for international travel. The city of Johannesburg. At the time, the city of Johannesburg, I did an exercise, we had 170 billion rands of infrastructure backlog. But the mayor decided to put in 76 million rands for international travel. The city, to do what? Travel, we have foreign affairs, so we have other agencies of national government to play that role. The city was collapsing, buildings taken over by international criminal syndicates. In the city managers, in the mayor's office, had 27 million rands of travel. Because obviously how the municipal system works, I had no authority to change this this budget. But what I did, I wasn't born yesterday. Now I was a Knoxman. Now I was a Knoxman. I can figure out, I was trained by my grandfather that life is not perfect. What you must do all the time, use your brains to navigate the challenges. So I had a challenge that I'm not going to allow the 76 million rands to be used. But at the same time, I must operate within the legal framework. What I did, I went to Trevor Fowler, then, who was the city manager, said, City manager, I see we've got 76 million rands of international travel. I don't know what people are going to do. We've got massive infrastructure backlog in this city. What to do? I don't want to interfere with your work. Please, before you approve any international travel for this 76 million rands, please bring the file to my office so that I can see where these people are going to do and how they're going to represent the city and the residents of the city of Johannesburg. You know what? You know how much we spent at the end of the term? 3.6 million rands. From 76 million rands. And you know why we spent only 3.6 million? Because they were too scared to bring out reports to my office because they had no justification whatsoever why they had to travel. The 27 million rands budgeted for the mayor to travel in the first year, never spent a cent. I had no business to go and travel to all over the world. When people live in squalor, people did not have toilets. But all this, fellow South Africans, it's as a result of the failure of our criminal justice system. The National Prosecuting Authority, it's an enemy of law-abiding South Africans. It's an enemy of our law-abiding citizens, and therefore appreciate what our members of parliament have done to say we are calling for an investigation in her performance, because she's really giving us more and more excuses, risking lives. Look at this young man's life, ruined completely. Look at this young woman. How is she going to recover? The families of the Lily Mine and others, and millions of South Africans. So I just want to say to all South Africans out there who have been failed or are being failed by the system, that ActionSA is committed. We are going to fight for you. And I'm going to fight for you. We are going to fight for you as ActionSA, not laughing. We are going to fight for you being angry. There's a reason why we're angry. Because we cannot accept our country being taken over by criminal elements at the expense of law-abiding citizens. So thank you very much. Is there someone from the NPA to come and receive the memorandum? Yeah, can you introduce us?
Thank you so much. We've got the spokesperson in the minister's office, Tate Terence Manasseh. He's the one who's going to take the memorandum on behalf of the minister's office. I'm only going to read the purpose of the memorandum. I'm not going to read the whole memorandum. It's very long. Yeah. So the memorandum says, this memorandum is submitted to bring to your attention the deepening and now intolerable crisis of leadership at the National Prosecuting Authority under Advocate Shamila Batohi. After nearly 6 years at the helm, the National Director of Public Prosecutions has presided over a steady hollowing of South Africa's prosecutorial credibility. We therefore call upon the Minister of Justice, as the cabinet member responsible for justice and constitutional development, Memamulugo Gubai, to engage the President to exercise the powers afforded to him under Section 12 of the National Prosecuting Authority Act, and to initiate the formal process for the removal of the NDPP due to her track record of failure. The failures of the NPA are not merely administrative, they are now existential. The institution's collapse has corroded the rule of law, emboldened criminal syndicates and corrupt elites, and denied justice to victims. In its current state, the NPA is not just failing its constitutional mandate, it is at times seemingly active in undermining it. And Tate Manasseh is going to sign his copy and sign our copy. Is he here? Oh, he's absolutely. So Tate Manasseh has requested to speak. You have the floor, Tate.
Thank you, Program Director. University Tate Mashaba and your leadership collective. As indicated, my name is Herman Mashaba. I'm with the Office of the Minister. I'm her spokesperson. I would like to start by apologizing to Tate Mashaba on behalf of the Minister. As Tate Trolley indicated that the Minister is committed in a cabinet engagement that she could not come out of. She would have loved to be here in person. But I carry a message from her that upon receiving the letter from your office, that you will be coming to her office, she indicates that she did write back to your office requesting for a meeting so that the issues that are contained in the memorandum can be ironed out in a meeting setting. Not necessarily meaning that this engagement is not correct. You know you have the right to do this in a democratic state, but she's saying she did write. She wanted to put me to put that across, that she did write requesting for a meeting, but she did not receive any responses yet. Maybe that response is still coming. She's saying she's still prepared to engage with yourselves and your leadership collective in that meeting, and the nitty-gritties maybe can be discussed at a later stage. And the collective that you are leading here today can be updated in due course or outcome of that meeting. That's the message that I wanted that I carry from the Minister, and I'm definitely going to sign, and the memorandum will definitely receive the Minister's attention, and the issues will be dealt with accordingly. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. While President Mashaba and the NPA representatives are signing the document, I just want to put something on record. We did respond to the invitation to meet the Minister. She wanted to meet me last Tuesday in Cape Town. I was in the Eastern Cape. We wrote back to the Minister's office a number of times. The Minister's office phoned me this morning to say they will set up a meeting. So what has just been told here is not factually correct. We are prepared to meet the Minister anywhere, anytime, even virtually. But now that we've handed over the memorandum, we will be meeting with the Minister. Yes. And I also want to tell you one thing. How many of you are affected by gangsterism and drugs? Just put up your hand. We have a tendency in the NPA where they would rather prosecute a drug dealer for possession of drugs rather than dealing with drugs. You know why? Because it's easier to secure a conviction for possession. It doesn't come with a harsh sentence, it's not too controversial. So the prosecution rate goes up. But aba bathengs is yobbies. Babulala abantwana bethu, abatshutshiswa bababantu. We want an NPA that will prosecute people who break the law.